Bendigo and Sydney. It's our first look at the Flames on offense here. And George has a wide open look for three.
And what a splash from George. That's got to feel good coming back.
Arguably Sydney's most important player back out on the floor after missing the previous 3 matches with a foot issue. 5 to shoot here for Kelly Wilson and the Spirit. Tolo catches, works her way into the lane, and that is an awesome basket from the star.
And what a matchup that is going to be tonight.
Deeds. George. Brancatisano for George. That is awesome team basketball.
And that is what Sydney have missed in those last 3 games, is having George in that pick and roll. She's so crucial because not only can she shoot a 3, but
good double team there with Tapia. Wickham again works her way deep towards the basket. That one didn't come off. Swain. Yes!
Well, that's the sort of start that they want.
Both those 2 players, Griffin and Wickham, have spoken about how good it is to play together in a final series. A prospect of that. They start now, and Wickham adds another 2 points to her tally.
In Bendigo this season, they had their 2 games at Sydney, and then that 3rd game was actually in Mildura.
Swain took on Tolo, beat Tolo, and got the 2.
Player on the floor at both ends tonight for the Flames.
George catches one-on-one here with Griffin. Banks it in, count the points, and she'll go to the line for an extra.
I tell you what, Sydney are really focused right now. They're looking at mismatch.
Bendigo down by 7. Good to think about early. Wickham, aggressive. Wanted the foul call, but she'll take the 2. Think about Swain's explosiveness. Burton certainly has that too for the Spirit. The roll, the points for Tolo, and she can make it a 3-point play.
That's so nice. The use of that pick and roll and that little bounce pass.
At the start of the season, they might have copped a little bit of slack for having older players, but that is what wins you championships. And look, Abby Werang, she also provides experience.
Lobbing it in, hoping for a teammate. Kenneth Dale is seeing some early court time here. George with authority. Another strong layup from Kayla G.
I think she recognized Abby Werang in that fast break situation, but talk about fast break situation. Great finish and great kick ahead for Mariana Tolo.
Didn't have much room to work with. Casey Samuels on the floor. Good defensive play from her. Wickham is hot early.
And if Flames do miss a shot, that's again a crucial mistake from the Flames there, but they need to get down in transition and pick the ball up early. Bendigo have too many shooters just like that. Casey Samuels, that's what she's been doing all season.
Big name imports, my word, have they nailed the signing of Veronica Burton this season. Swain fading away, falling short, and things just starting to click on defense for Bendigo. And at the other end, Burton is hot.
Wow, you can just see that.
Organised, calmed down, and in the end of that first quarter, they've just gone away a bit from what they worked on during the week.
Well, Brancatisano gives Sydney the perfect start. Sydney, number 1 turnover team in the comp, that actually had less turnovers, so it's just a case of field goal percentage as Wickham continues her brilliant start to this game. She has 11 points.
Offensive rebounds, and you have to assume that anytime they get a no board, they're probably going to end up scoring out of it.
Sway banks it in for 2. Yamaya Morris also from Tapia, who hit the floor. Unfortunately, couldn't get the clean steal. Wickham kicks it out. Kelly Wilson with a look for 3.
Great rebounds. That's got to be inspiring for everybody, and that just...
And Spirit just doing what they do best, moving the ball well, finding each other open. And that's the second steal they've got on the baseline. And Burton saying, thank you very much, Kelly Wilson.
The floor for some attention. Megan will no doubt keep us up to date courtside. Samuels. Flat off the hand, but Wickham has the long rebound. Fresh 14 seconds for Bendigo. And then Wickham fires and connects. Wickham, the desperation on defense was awesome. Keeps it alive. Burton drives, scores. 5 to shoot here for Sydney. Brancatisano bounces it in for Morris, hooks it in for 2. much-needed basket. Let's head courtside to Megan Huswaite. Megan, what's the latest with Shanice Swain from your perspective?
Sydney support staff have emerged and went and asked for the help of Bendigo team Dr. Jess Foley. So they're in there treating her at the moment. When they emerge from the rooms, I'll have another update for you.
Thank you very much. They have been brilliant so far. The Bendigo Spirit. Just a quick word on the Flames. Beck Burton. It's the screen from Tolo. Gets it. Werrung, Wickham, 7 to shoot. Sammy's in real MVP-like form, isn't she? She's 3 of 5 from three-point territory, Sammy Wickham. Eyeing a big statement in semi-final series game 1. She connects her first points of the game.
And I'm glad she pulled up there. She's had that opportunity. Well,
I'm glad that Sammy Wickham pulled up as well.
And she needs to be aggressive. She's a great threat out there. She's so crafty. She's so strong. She can shoot from outside like we just saw then. She is a threat. And
Kalea takes on Wilson with confidence, kicks it out. Pittman quickly gets the shot off. That is a really important buzzer beater for Sydney. Pittman off the bench, gets the 2 and just gives the Flames a little bit of momentum. Barely lasting a minute on the floor and then having to go back to the bench. Pittman for Tapia. It's a pretty good look here, Talia Tapia, and she knocks it down.
She's got the training top on, so I think it would be safe to say she's done for this afternoon. Of course, we hope her health in the longer term is okay, and that's what's most important.
Tolo, Burton, Griffin, backing down here on D's. Back out for Burton, who's playing some sort of game. Triple for Burton, taking her tally to 14 points for the night. George, quick pass inside. Martin on the floor. What a moment for her.
now for Sydney, and you really have Kayla and Tapia that have any sort of experience.
Tapia pulls the trigger. That is a pretty three-point shot from Talia Tapia. Takes her tally to 11. Top scorer for Sydney. Bullet-like pass from Griffin to Wickham to Werrung.
You have to give some credit to these younger players that are on the court. They're bringing a high degree of energy, and sometimes that's all you need.
Another corner three from Abby Werrung. Martin, George, 8 to shoot, using up the shot clock as much as possible. Great pass from George for Pittman, for Tapia, who connects. Just under 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Sydney have actually scored more than Bendigo in this quarter, but Bendigo's still deadly from deep. And they don't come much more deadly from deep than Casey Samuels. 12 of 27 from three-point land tonight, Bendigo. Haven't been afraid to put it up. Talia Tapia continuing to soldier on for Sydney.
How great is that, and the connections that you make playing in this wonderful competition?
That is epic. Hope they're enjoying those celebrations as Kayla George.
They won that last quarter, so they want to come out and be really positive and see if they, just like that, they can make a dent in this scoreline, but just come out and be competitive.
Brancatisano for Morris, hoping for a cut. Martin, Brancatisano with a good look for three. Really wanted that one to drop. Morris, great offensive rebound, but then turned it over. And good luck catching KG.
Experienced coaches in the WNBL, so if anybody is going to get this done with a limited lineup, there we saw that crossover again from Burton.
Start today with the ball now in her first WNBL final. It's been a big week being named in the Sapphires World Cup squad, and that's exactly why Renee Garland, assistant coach of Sydney.
In this semi-final. Here's Dees for Dale. Mid-range two, drops for McKenna Dale. Burton with a crossover. Blink and you miss it. Wilson, Wickham, three. Martin, interesting shot. Didn't quite come off, and here's the height of Morris and how useful it can be, and it leads to a second chance bucket. Bonnie Dees hits the three. Actually, she's straight back to her feet. Sammy Wickham got one final highlight left in her. Morris, decisive. A terrific season defensively, Yamaya Morris. Dale, Pittman, Morris catches and draws the contact. Count the points, and she'll head to the line for an extra. It does set us up nicely for game two, which is coming on Thursday night. Desperation there from the Flames. They win the basketball back. Pittman for Dale. And their hot run continues. Can you believe it? They've got this with an almighty first half blitz. And they go 1-0 in this semi-final series. 76-67 winners over the Sydney Flames.